Hi, my name is Christoph Aschwanden from Noble Master Games. I'm gonna demo the Retro Commander demo that's currently live on Steam. And let me get started right away. So I'm playing with Tony, that's our artist. He did a fantastic job with the graphics. I'm green down here on the bottom left of the map. Tony is up here in the upper left corner, and the enemy is gonna be here on the left side. Yes, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat, and I'm gonna try to look at it sometimes and answer you guys' questions. So now to get started, so I'm down here. So I need to, do we have loot boxes? Yeah, we have a loot box. If I take the loot box, I get some additional matter that we can use to build structures and troops. Let's move a little bit to the north. So there's a crystal field, like a thorium crystal field, a little bit to the north, which we're gonna mine. And that's gonna generate our income. In order to do that, yeah, we're moving the troops a little bit north.
Right away.
We are building, yes, we are building a ore refinery, maybe here. And we also need mining vehicles. That would be, and I didn't play for a while, that would be this building engineering. Here we're building few miners. They take the crystals and drop them off in the refinery, and then we get additional income. Let's build a few.
Rally set.
And yeah, I can set a rally point
Rally
too.
set.
Okay, I'm down here. Let's move a little bit up.
Confirmed.
What we also need to build is we need to build facilities to produce power. We need all to connect it to electrical, or like to the power grid. So let's build a solar panel here, and let's build a few windmills as well, which we use to power our structures. And here we have an accumulator that stores energy in case we are low. Let's build a few and then connect it all together. Let's see, Tony here, he practiced a little bit. So he's actually pretty far advanced already. Oh, he's already building harbors and everything. He's going on. So I'm a little bit slow at the moment, it seems. But I'm also talking at the same time. So let's see, what else do we need? Okay, here we see the crystals that we're gonna mine, that we're gonna get matter from, that we can build stuff. And so far, we are still missing power. Maybe I can tell our commander to help building the power pounds too. It's all technically, if it's not connected to the same grid, because I mean it's not connected at all on this side here. Everything that's connected to the same grid gets the same amount of energy, so there's not one global energy grid that you can use. You actually have to connect everything to grids, and separate grids act separately. Maybe we need to build our mining vehicles. Let's move our commander there to do that. What we also should do is we should build a few additional build robots, otherwise it's gonna take too much time. Let's build a few, and then we also build a few mechanics to fix structures as soon as they become damaged. What we should probably also build is some, what do you call it? They have a cloaked mech factory. My troops are cloaked, so the enemy can't see them unless they have a special radar. Radar visibility of the, what do you call it? That's the radar tank, yes. Or if I'm in range of the what have it here? We have it here, of the radar tower. That way we can see troops that are cloaked. Maybe we should set up one anyway to see the enemy coming in. Let's put it here. I'm aware I'm not really doing it very strategically. If I would play against another human, I would probably be in bad shape now because I just got up my mining vehicles to collect the ore to get the income going. It's quite slow. So here we need to build a few more robots. So what else do we need? Maybe let's build a few harbors. No, like maybe two. No, that's not the harbor. Let's build a small harbor. It's a hidden location.
Right away.
Let's build a small harbor. And would you have a better place to build them? No, let's build them both here. So we have the small harbor that can build submarines and small transport ships. And then we got the larger harbor, which can build the larger ships. We can build, for example, destroyers or battleships. We can also build aircraft carriers or heavy transports that can transport our tanks. And here we can build submarines. Because I have stealth capability, I have stealth submarines. They can't be detected by the enemy unless they're uncloaked to shoot or you're in special radar range. And yes, we should actually move over there because there's uranium that we're gonna need to build nukes. Let's see. So to build nukes, we need to collect uranium. We build 4 of those uranium miners. Then move them here close to the beach, load them onto the transport and ferry them over. I think Tony is already far ahead of the... He already built a lot of stuff already. Not so much here. Maybe we should wait with building the battleship and build it after our transport so we can first load our uranium miners. What we probably also want to build is maybe some air structures. Before we do that, let's build cloaked mech factory so we can build tanks, cloaked tanks. We also connect it to power. And maybe set the rally point here. And let's also build a regular troop soldiers and set the rally point here. Just in case somebody's coming to invade. I don't think somebody is. Let's also build our flying troops. So I'm gonna build first I'm gonna build a cloaked Chinook which I can land and fly over to the island. See, Tony's already there, ready to take on the uranium. Oh, we forgot to connect those to power. Let's see. So yes, yeah, Tony's building already pretty heavily. I think we also have a thermal hotspot, which we can use to generate energy. That one works even if there's no wind. Let's say if there's no wind, so wind turbines only work if there's the wind, and the solar panels only work during the day. Right now it's nighttime, so during night we can't produce electricity from the solar panels for obvious reasons, and if there's just a little bit of wind we don't generate enough probably. We can store the energy here in the accumulators, but it's not always enough, or we have to build maybe more if there's no wind and it's a long night. And here we see our first cloaked tanks coming out. And obviously we also need to connect those to power. And did we build our first ship? Yes. So now move the ship to the beach and load the uranium miners and ferry them over. Let's see. So Tony's already there collecting. He already set up a base, a little one. Okay, now that we are loaded, we can ferry them over. And right now they just go to the beach and unload automatically. I mean, that would probably make the most sense. The volume. So see, the volume is not high enough. You mean the volume from the game or from me talking? I think I have the volume max for what I'm for me talking, but I put the volume of the game down because I think it might just interfere me talking. But maybe you don't want to listen to what I have to say, which is fine too. All right, now that we unloaded, they're automatically gonna go on the uranium and they're gonna collect more uranium, obviously. And then here we have our first uranium collected already. I mean, once we have enough, we can build the nukes. And we can also build... Alright, we have no exit point. We can also build strategic bombers that have nukes loaded. And fly them over to the enemy and drop them. And I see there is something coming our way already from the enemy. So what we probably should do, you only can see it in the overview map because it's high up in the sky. That's, I think, only a small ballistic missile that doesn't really do much damage, maybe a recon missile, so we don't need to worry too much yet. But before we worry too much, let's build a few missile defenses. They're gonna shoot down nukes that come our way, and we strategically place them amongst our structures. Let's hope that's good enough. Unless the enemy is shooting a lot of nukes, which could be a problem. And here Tony does a little town. Tony took over the town and he can produce troops for free. The production takes a little bit longer. And also, here he didn't take it yet. That's what do you call it? It's a satellite station which you can use to what do you call it, for the Orbital Satellite Laser. Yeah, so my voice is too low. I'm actually streaming via OBS Studio, but maybe, I mean, I already put the volume to max. I don't think I can do any more. Or maybe I should just talk louder. That might help. Or let's see, Windows maybe. One second, gonna try to find the correct input. I don't find it, so let me just try to talk louder. I think now it should be at the max. I can't more. Okay, let me just put the microphone closer so you can hear what I'm saying. Not that it's that important. All right, I hope that's better. There where we let's see. So I was planning to take over the satellite station here. Was hoping Tony wouldn't take it yet, but let's see. So we're gonna need some troops to load into. Oh, we didn't connect that the barracks to power either. So we can't really do much. Maybe what do we load in there? So let's move the command a little bit. And we see there's another nuke, or maybe not a nuke, that's a recon missile being sent out. Alright, building should take not a lot of time. So let's take the first soldier that comes out and just move it into Chinook. And yeah, we see the outline of the Chinook. That's just for me to indicate it's cloaked. The enemy doesn't see anything unless the Chinook is gonna shoot. Let's maybe land it here, or in radar range. So I mean, just to indicate which troops are cloaked. If they damage, the cloak goes away. But right now we have a pristine Chinook cruising over to the island. And yes, so it's not visible to the enemy. Also, obviously troops inside are not visible unless we unload them, which we are gonna do in about a second. And I think Tony already unlocked the little dogs down here. Let's land. Let's see if I can take the capture the missile, the satellite center. And let's move our Chinook back. Here are our stealth submarines. Let's move them a little bit away from the coast. Also, we can chain the rally points. I can set the rally point from the hangar to go to one of the airfields, and then this airfield going to the next airfield, the rally point. So I can unload troops. I mean, the flying troops, except the Chinook, they need refueling, so they need to go back to the airfield. So that way, when we produce troops, they automatically go to the airfield and unload there. And then later we can drag them over to the aircraft carrier if you want that. Or we can just leave them there and like fly patrols from here. So let's build another airfield. And set the rally point to it, to that one too. And also we need to connect those to power, so they can actually refuel the planes and rearm the planes as well. So now, because they're not powered, the planes can't go anywhere. Now I'm playing in a little bit lower resolution, so let me close the overview map. So Tony is probably going to send a nuke here, it seems. Yeah, unless we have radar, we're not gonna know what's going on exactly over there.
Under attack.
And apparently we are under attack. So yeah, the enemy is coming. That's a hovercraft with soldiers on top. Let's hope Tony is handling it. Also, we have the laser here. We have the, what do you call it, the orbital laser. So once we capture the satellite station here, we get the orbital laser every, I think, 90 seconds or 80 seconds or so. Can radar detect cloaked units or need another building tech for that? No, radar can detect cloaked units, but only to a certain limit. I mean, you don't see it well. There's like little dotted areas where you can't see cloaked troops. I'm not sure how well it goes over in the stream. And there's a not dotted area here where you can see cloaked troops as soon as they come. And the same is true for the radar tank here. It has a range in which it can detect cloaked troops. But you're also gonna see cloaked troops obviously when they shoot. So they're not completely invisible. Once they fight, then they have to uncloak and they make themselves visible to anybody close by, and then the enemy can shoot on them too. Can shoot them down. Maybe let's put a repair guy over to the other side because our structures are damaged. So we don't want to lose the what do you call it, the orbital radar station. So maybe some other guy too. Maybe let's move them over with the Chinook. Where is our repair guy? I thought. Hold on, this structure is still not built. What happened to my guys?
Okay.
Let's build it now. I wonder, that's maybe a bug. I mean, they should have found the robo station. Yeah, this is just a demo, so don't worry too much about it. It's gonna be all fixed hopefully in the full version. I mean the complete version, not the demo. So here, this demo version is just like two maps, one 2 against 2, one scenario against the 2 AI players, and the one scenario where you can play 2 against 2. But the game supports more players, but for now it took some time to come up with maps, so that's the one I came up with for now. Here the strategic view, see the enemy coming. But Tony the artist has it under control, it seems. So let's see. So we are building now, hopefully. Let's build the repair guys first, so we can load them into the Chinook too. Okay. Maybe one. Let's wait until it comes out.
Okay. Was is it?
All right, let's fly it over too, and hope he does some repairing on the structures over there. Yeah, once the structures are damaged, I mean, those are Tony structures. They can't produce any more troops. But I think he already has a lot of dogs produced, so it doesn't matter to him. But I kind of want to keep the radar station there, because it's nice to use it against some areas. And yeah, the graphic is still going to be updated. It's not quite the final version for the orbital laser. There's also orbital radar, which when you capture the station, you can have global view on everything. Alright, I think I should focus a little bit more on the game. Let's just build a few more and put it in the queue. There's something coming our way too. So what else do we need? There's a nuke launched. Yeah, that's the AI player attacking us. And the Chinook landed, so we can unload the troops.
Sure.
And put it back into safety over here. So, yes, so our building is like repaired, and I think Tony got attacked by a nuke, it seems. Because we have a lot of uranium, we should probably build a few cloaked bombers with nukes. Let's see, let's build another airfield. We want to get it away as far away as from the enemy as possible. because they can go pretty far, they can cover the whole map. So we don't need them close to the enemy, they can go far. So put them out of harm's way, that kind of sense. Okay, let's build an aircraft carrier too. And now we build the strategic bombers. Let's build, we can build 4 even.
Carrier strike group.
And then we have this carrier strike group. Let's load our troops from here.
Under attack.
Carrier strike group.
So looks like we got attacked by like a simple rocket, it's not a nuke. So if everything goes up like planned, the repair guys will take care of it automatically. Let's put that guy over there too, and
Rally set. Rally set.
and now we put our strategic bombers over there. You can use them as many times as you want, but if they get shot down, they're lost. I mean, we can also build the regular nukes, but they are only one-time use. They're a little bit cheaper, but they have much more damage. Let me do that too. Let me put... what do I need? That's the wrong one. So yes, let's create a missile silo here too. And yeah, they cost 70 uranium. Not cheap, but I guess not expensive too. Let's just build 4. I mean, obviously they're very ineffective if the enemy has anti-missile defenses. But otherwise they're pretty nice. So...
Under attack.
there's an enemy tank coming. And then we can repair. We can just click this icon and it goes to repair automatically. And what we should probably also do, we should probably build a few more tanks for defense. Then we have the regular map factory, which has the regular tanks. Let's build a few more of those as well.
Rally set.
Which one do we want? Oh, hold on. We don't get it in. Yes, let's build some laser tanks. These are like artillery, which can go really far. And then missile tanks against air. And maybe a few radar tanks, just in case. Oops. Oops, oops. I lost my structure. Let's build another one. Let's hope it doesn't get shot down again. What we probably should do is we put another missile defense here to make it more difficult to get shot down. And another nuke launched. I think that's maybe Tony that's sending out nukes to the enemy. So let's set the rally point again, maybe down here.
Rally set.
So we can see invading enemies coming from the south.
Carrier strike group.
And that's our carrier. And now, what I actually wanted to show you is how the bombers work. We can send them anywhere on the map. The only problem is we don't know where the enemy is, but I think he's shooting a nuke here, so we kind of know he's probably down here. So we can send them here. Maybe not too close, so they tend to get shot down pretty quickly. And Now our bombers are on the way. Maybe let's see how they do. Yeah, I think my internet connection is not that good because you see it's a little bit it's not very smooth. I think one of the reasons is I'm doing streaming at the same time, and in Japan, so it's a little bit further away. The servers are located in Europe, but if I don't stream, usually it's not too bad. Oh no. So the bombers obviously didn't make it that far. I think I probably need to balance it a little bit more because they seem too weak now. Okay, drop the bomb where not much is. And now because the bomber is uncloaked, it's just gonna get shot down. Yeah, that was quick. And here we have the enemy. Maybe we can use our laser to hopefully destroy the commander robot. And now the guy there too. Now we see the enemy is mining uranium too. I think Tony has set up a portal which I might be able to use. But that's not Tony's. Oh no, that's not Tony's portal. I think the other portal is over from the north to the south. Yeah, maybe I should send over some troops too to help out Tony in his mission to destroy the enemy. So we load them on our transport. For the resources, yes, so the orange button, I'm a little bit slow to read the chat. Yes, we can group units down here if you need to. I could probably create a battle group, but I'm not that far ahead. What I could probably do is create a battle group down here and put them into a squad. And so now we can move the whole squad at once. So I just selected and then move it. So yes, once I captured the satellite, I have access to the orbital satellite. And it's capture the satellite station, let's say. And yes, we have two resources, matter, or like, I mean, that's thorium crystals which you can mine to produce matter. Matter is what you need to produce structures and troops. And then uranium just becomes uranium when we mine it. But the crystals can be used to produce matter, which you can pretty much use for anything that you want to build. So yeah, so the thorium here on the map, thorium crystals correspond to the matter that you produce. But I mean, the idea is that maybe in the future you could have a matter fabricator where you don't need the crystals to produce matter. I mean, it's an option. I mean, the structure's in there, but it's not very balanced. So right now, maybe it's going to be used for special multiplayer missions where you actually don't want to build up a whole mining system. You just want to fight and maybe give each player one of the like matter fabricators which produce matter right away. I think that hopefully answers most questions. Then, okay. So yeah, that didn't go well with the bombers. Yeah, they need to be balanced. I think they're right now a little bit too weak because you shouldn't be able to shoot them down that quickly. I think I did some tweaking, but it's not in the demo version yet. I mean, if you tweak it too much, then suddenly they become too strong. So I mean, it's a question like, how do you balance it best? So they're not too strong, but not weak either. I mean, you don't want to give somebody stealth bombers and they can be used to take over pretty much everything. So yeah, let's look. Maybe we should place missile defense on this island. So what I'm gonna do is I build a large power pole to connect the island. And Tony didn't do it yet, but how do we do it? We connect to our power gate. So once both power gates are connected, we are more reliable when some things go bad. So we can get power from our body. I can get power from him or he from me. We just actually need somebody to build the power pole over there. We don't have a lot of troops over there that can do building. Let's put a few more troops onto the island. And then later we build the missile defense system. What the A is concerned, you only see the A if it's your own unit. You can set the units to auto build and auto repair. So I mean that way you don't need to do it manually. Instead of having to click on the unit and tell it to repair or build something, it just does it automatically. If I turn it off, you have to do it manually. So now the A is off. So I would have to tell the unit which structure to repair, which would be very tedious. So I just turn it on. It's on by default, but if you like, you can turn it off. What is the little tag looking bottom in the unit order panel? Ah, yes, I can name troops too. I mean, it probably makes no sense, but that's maybe body. So if I want to name troops, I can give them a different name. I think the commander already is named, but I could maybe override it. So yeah, that's body. So you could maybe monitor how body's doing over the game, and then see if he's still alive, if he made it. Alright, let's put our builders and stuff over there. And maybe it's time to build some ships. So we have them when we need. And maybe let's build another aircraft carrier. They're a little bit expensive, that's a problem. But we have a lot of planes over there that we don't need.
Engaging.
Can explore the island a little bit more if we see if we find the enemy. Alright, then let's unload the troops. We should probably build another Chinook. Because we might need them in the future. Alright, this guy, usually it does the building automatically, but if you tell him manually, it goes a little bit faster. So we connect everything to power. Also we need another power pole here. Yeah, looks like we're not doing that well yet. Yeah, but Tony is on the offensive over there. Maybe we can use our laser. So at least we destroyed some tanks, but that wasn't actually very helpful. What the unit XP leveling up concerns, yes, all units level up the longer the game goes. The more battles they do, the better they're gonna be. You don't see it here, but I mean they get the little mark on them once they're battle hardened. I'm not sure, let's see if we find one. No, because I think here we get destroyed more often than anything else. And then, ooh, let's build some defenses. We have only one build robot, which might not be enough. And yeah, the structure has been taken over by the enemy too. And now we took it back. Start my ship. That maybe we get it to repair. So it goes automatically to repair once you press the repair button. Okay, let's build a missile defense. And now time for our orbital laser again. Nothing is working. I can't really use it now. Yeah, it's a little bit jittery. I think that's, as I said, the connection. I'm doing a lot at the same time here. And let's repair the satellite station again. I think it looks like we are pretty much under heavy attack here. We need to do something against that. Let's build another. Let's build at least a missile defense so we can protect our little power station. Like a satellite station.
Rally set.
And let's get a few more build robots over there. Because if we want to build more, they need to be repaired anyway. If we want to build more for sort of defenses, we kind of need them over there. Yeah, I think that's not going too well. I think last time me and Tony played, I think a month ago, it took us about 2.5 hours to win. It wasn't easy. And that's, I think, on normal level. And now we can do auto repair. We just tell them to go repair and come back. That's this button here, so we don't need to do it manually. Let's move our submarines further up. Maybe we can also load our carriers. So the planes from here gonna move into the carrier and we're gonna use them as defense. Alright. Let's move those troops in the Chinooks. And move them over to the island too. Yeah, not doing too well over there. Not doing too well. Okay, build a few more defenses. Air defenses. They obviously also defend against other troops, but they're not as strong. What we can also build is the regular.
Under attack.
No, that's a regular. What is that? That's a ground turret, which is strong against tanks and also robots that come our way. Well, let's build a few of those. And now it's time for the laser. Somehow it doesn't work. I think I have something else selected before. Yeah, the graphic that needs updating. So anyhow, we destroyed at least some of the enemies. Now we move our Chinooks back over here so we can unload our troops. Yeah, looks like Tony's not doing too well over there too. Maybe we also have nukes which we can use. They're actually pretty effective, but unless you know where the enemy is, it's a little bit a waste of resources to get them going. Now we shot down one rocket. I think it wasn't a nuke, just a regular attack rocket, which does only a little bit damage. Also, we don't have a lot of build robots left, like uranium mining robots left, so maybe we should build a few more as well. Low point is there. Let's move the ship there to move them on there later. Let's see. So our build squad is ready. Now, maybe let's add in a few more defenses. Maybe we need a power grid first. So we can distribute the so we have enough power for all the turrets we're gonna build. Let's go wild. That's a missile turret against attack from the air. Let's build a few of those. And then what we also want to build is maybe an artillery turret which can shoot far. What we also probably need is a radar tower, so we actually can see the enemy incoming. Otherwise it's a little bit hard to do battle when we don't know where they are. Because everything here is just black. We don't know who is there and how many. And ready they are, our uranium miners. So yes, when the volcano erupts, it does damage to neighboring troops.
Yes, sir.
Here we got attacked, but we have some repair guys, so they should take care of it. Let's just build a few more. That's a lot of attacks. And as we can build, but the problem is right now our structures are damaged, so we can't build any of the other troops, but at least we destroyed the enemy uranium miner. And now that the radar is ready, we see there are not that many enemies in the area. There is one guy over there. That's Logan. Logan can drive the commander robot. That's the same commander robot that we have here. So the commander robots can only be driven by 21st century humans. So that's where the campaign story is going to be about too later. No, the cliff walls are not destructible, they're just the way they are. The problem is if they're destructible, it's gonna mess with pathfinding, and I think they're just gonna be that way for now, unless there's a good reason to not have them destructible. The same for the plateaus. Under attack again, but now we are well defended. Oh wait, we can use the kill Logan. Yeah, it's a little bit of waste to use the orbital laser for just one guy. But he's gone now. Yes. Move our ship back.
Sir.
So what's next? Defenses. Maybe we do a laser defense over on the island too, so we're well fortified. Oops. Somebody attacked us. But again, we have the repair guy who just takes care of everything. Maybe we should build a robotics over here too, so we can build the repair guys right away. That way we don't need to worry about moving them over by hand. Set the rally point here. On the sea, Tony took over the island over there. I always wonder back here if the enemy is coming from the rear. Maybe let's build a few more tanks and move them for defense to defend the part back there. That's our cloaked tank factory. So yes, our mining vehicles, the green ones here, are doing their job. I think we have one. Hold on. We only have one. No, they have two. It's possible that some got damaged, so maybe let's build a few more. We also have cloaked mining vehicles, which cannot be seen by the enemy. Just in case, let's build a few. I'm going to strategic map because reduce the screen size so you guys can actually see what's going on. So you can see the small enemy missiles coming in, and yeah, they don't do much damage, but they're still kind of annoying, and eventually they're gonna destroy one of the one of the troops. I mean, the tanks here are not doing that well, so we should probably build a station too for them to be able to repair them. Maybe there's a... Oh, how about that? I build a regular tank factory here, connect it to power, and then
Rally set.
build a few tanks. All right. So now the big question is, what do we I guess we have to plan our attack. The enemy is somewhere over there. We don't know exactly where. Maybe let's build a few nukes. So we build another missile silo and build another few nukes. And what we also build is, let's build a few strategic bombers. I mean, they didn't do that well last time, but maybe if we clear out some of the enemy turrets and the enemy troops, they're gonna be more effective eventually. Not right now, but hopefully eventually. And then we send those guys to repair automatically and come back.
Under attack.
And here too, we just select and we just tell them to go out, repair automatically. They go to repair and come back into formation. Unless we move, so they go to the new location. So one thing is, eventually the uranium is gonna run out. You see, like, a lot of the uranium fields are gonna be depleted. So we have to find we can't use it anymore. Also, the uranium depletes automatically to what do you call it? Radiation. So you can't just keep it forever. So we got 1 uranium per mining vehicle every, I think, 2 seconds. And then there's a decay for a few percent every couple of seconds. So the more you have, the more you're gonna lose. So use it or lose it. So those are probably gonna be gone. So yeah, here you see the little mark here. That means they're in a lot of battles. So they get the little triangle. I don't know what you call it, captain. I don't know what kind of insignia. So they're strong in battle. The only problem is they're not that strong anymore. So it doesn't help us in the long run. Because, I mean, we need to repair them. Actually, we could repair them, but I think it's too much of a hassle. now some enemy ships are coming. And we can use our orbital laser to destroy at least some of them. And planes too, they automatically go and attack. You can also disable it with the A sign and the square.
Under attack.
And then here we have another attack coming in. Okay, let's move those into one squad and move them over there to wait for incoming enemies. Maybe we don't want to build spy, we want to build some regular troops. So the troops here are built automatically. Those are spies which usually cannot be seen by the enemy. Oh, what we could do is we load one into one of our Chinooks and drop them off. Oh, they're not doing that well. Drop them off into enemy territory without being seen. That's Ori Miner. I mean, this guy should automatically go to collect. No, he's gonna do it eventually. So now that they're repaired, let's move one over back to the island, and then we load our guys over there and then drop them off. Oh wait, we can't they can't be repaired right now because we are building. So as long as we're building troops, there's no repair going on. I mean, building is rather slow, but they're free to build. Not sure how useful they are in the long run. And then those, they're already damaged. How many biomass climate regions can we expect for the maps? Yeah, I think it's gonna be basically just one, but maybe there could be more.
Under attack.
I mean, so far we just have that's the one. I mean, you can have more, what do you call it, more muddy areas or more desert areas. Yes. It's gonna be like in, yes. Yeah, so for the release, I think the plan is to get the demo. I mean, the demo is out, to keep the demo out for a little bit longer. And then we also gonna have a campaign, the story campaign. And the story plays in the future in the year about 4000. So that's why you got all the future tech kind of. And you follow, so for Agent Johnson or Agent Thompson, we haven't decided yet, in his mission to find out what happened to the planet and try to save the planet. And so yeah, so we're gonna have single player. I mean, you can just play regular maps like this map here, or you can play the campaign, the story campaign, or you have a multiplayer mode that I'm showing you now with Tony, the artist. And we are trying to beat the AI, but you see it's not going that well yet. We still have a long way to go. Okay, so maybe I should start doing some more planning what I'm gonna do with the attack that we actually eventually have to do. So we need a lot of ships for those. Let's build a few more subs.
Rally set.
Oops, I didn't want to remove them. So we're gonna have subs. have destroyers, battleship, and then we need maybe some transport ships too to eventually move our troops to the enemy shore. So let's build a few more tanks too for our future attack. Let me write this some message. Okay. So far no enemy attacks. Now we just built enough ships and troops to eventually land on the enemy shore. I think looks like Tony's already set up pretty well over there. Maybe we join him with what we got so far.
Under attack.
Carrier strike group.
Alright, let's move them there too.
Sir. Carrier strike group.
Maybe we don't want the carriers too close in enemy territory.
Yes, sir.
Maybe submarines building the front,
Yes, sir.
and then the destroyers next to it.
On my way.
And let's get ready for the attack. Yeah, we don't have a lot of matter. I mean, there's still like some balancing we have to do to see that you don't get too little income, but not too much either. I mean, it's a strategy game. If you have unlimited income, I mean, you just build whatever you want to build. But I think now you kind of have to decide: do you want to build ships, or do you want to have build air units, or what is your goal? What do you want to do? Maybe let's build more later. Ah yes, we said we're gonna land the Chinook. Oh, it's already damaged. Maybe let's load those in. I mean, those are visible by eye. They're not cloaked. The one thing, however, is they're not gonna be attacked by troops because they look like a regular environment. They don't look like troops to the enemy, unless you tell the enemy to attack right away. And we're gonna go repair all those guys. I think we cannot we can repair some of the tanks because we built the tank factory here. Also on over uranium, if you move troops there, they get destroyed. So you should keep them away. Alright. So let's repair this guy. And then try to fly him over to the enemy. And see how where the enemy is located. Maybe we disband. Don't add it to the group. Yeah, a lot of incoming missiles. that missile defense didn't shoot. Not sure why. So now we are kind of engaging the enemy over there. You know, it's just like how many troops can you get over there to attack?
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Carrier strike group. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's not easy, but I think we eventually gonna do it. I think the AI in this scenario gets a lot more assets to start it. I mean, we get about 1000 matter, and the what do you call it? The AI gets about 5000 matter, I think. That's why the scenario says battle versus the AI, 2 versus the AI, to make it a little bit of a challenge. I mean, but the AI doesn't cheat in that sense. It just gets a lot of assets at the beginning. Now, let's try and send over our Chinook to the enemy and unload the spies. Maybe we have another set of spies. Where are they? We have a cloaked spy, so we have two kind of spies. One are the regular spies, which are visible by eye. I mean, you can see it on the map. They don't show up in the minimap or on the overview, but you can see them. And then the other type of spy, like this, it's actually cloaked. So the same as the troops here, they're cloaked and they cannot be seen except if you're in radar range. I mean, the same as for our Chinook here. Let's hope it makes its way over. I mean, once we send up some spies, we know where the enemy is. We can send over some nukes. And here, that's a dispersion field. The green stuff. If you move through it, your troops get damaged. I mean, obviously flying over it, so it doesn't really it's not a problem for the Chinook. But if you ferry ships through, it could be a problem. Now we're reaching the enemy coast. I mean, the other thing is once we get shot down, the troops actually just fly out in a parachute so they don't get destroyed. Alright. We are ready for spying action. And then here we have another type of spy, the cloaked spies. And we moved them, I think that was the Chinook, right? We moved them this Chinook and we moved them over there too. One guy's already damaged. Oh no, I think I selected the Chinook before it could load. Anyhow, let's see. So yes, so we're in enemy territory. They don't shoot at us because they don't know. They don't know about us. I mean, we can attack the structures too, but I think we cannot go in there, can we? I think Tony's sending a nuke over there. So we could... I think they detected us, but nevertheless, at least we can send a nuke over here. I mean, let's hope it doesn't get shot down. So I think once we detected the kind of goners, then we have the Chinook with our other cloaked troops. And here we see the nuke that we just sent, based on the position information we got from our spies before that just got eliminated. Looks like we destroyed something. We don't see what, but I think I consider it a success. let's see how that one goes. Oh, I forgot we have the laser guide, laser 2. Maybe you can help Tony a little bit. And so, our next Chinook is ready to unload the troops. So they're all invisible, so they're not gonna shoot at us. Unless they bring a radar tank close by, which doesn't look like they do. So we can send out the spies to do some spying action too. Oops, I think I walked into a mine. And the reason I can't move there is because the location is blocked. Let's see. Oops. That's a lot of enemy troops. Maybe what we can do, let's send one nuke. And remove the spy. We don't want to get him killed. And then we also have our what do you call it? Our strategic bombers. We can send them over there too. Maybe not where our troops are, but maybe here might be good. Not too much inland, because we don't want them to be gone too quickly. Alright. And I think we did a lot of damage there too. So now they have the icon which prevents them from attacking. We can have them attack, but then when they attack, they eventually get attacked back because they lose their cloak.
Under attack.
We can do too is we can help a little bit with our orbital laser. Now they didn't get detected, they dropped their nukes. I mean, now they're uncloaked, but yeah, they did some damage. Not enough, I guess. Let's check it out. Alright, I think we are ready for the attack. I mean, that's a long game. Maybe it's time to help Tony a little bit more. Let's move a little bit closer.
Yes, sir. On my way.
And we have some more submarines, which we can also move over there.
On my way.
And then we have here a few additional battleships. Let's move them into the action over there as well. But what we want is we want a few more transport ships, because we're eventually gonna ferry over the troops that we have ready here and down there. Then I think maybe 5, 6 should be enough. We eventually ferry them over. Let's see. And what we can also do is we can produce troops over there, so we're closer to load and unload. So we can load on this beach and ferry them over right away. That might be easier. We just need to build a few of those. Yeah, we don't have a lot of matter. What maybe I also should do is let's build a few more nukes and stuff. In case we need them. Let's just destroy one guy. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but there's nothing else going on here.
Under attack.
Also, there we still have our spies. It's a lot to focus on and talk at the same time. I know it's not that difficult, but here we can send our bombers again. And let's send up another guy to check out what's going on over there. And those move to the coast. They're gonna be loaded later in our troop transports. Then we load them here on the coast. Then later we load the tanks in. And then we're ready to land on the beach. And I think it's a success. We destroyed the harbor over there. A little success. I mean, destroying the harbor doesn't actually do that much. We have a battleship coming our way. And preemptive strike with the laser before they come close. Now that we have the ships ready, let's load the troops into our troop transports.
Right away.
And then ferry it over to the enemy and then take over the enemy land. I mean, I guess it's maybe a little bit harder than it sounds. So not a lot of questions in the chat. Yeah, let me know if you want to know anything. I'm glad to answer any questions. While we get the attack ready. Now we can move our spy over one more time and check the situation over there. Maybe let's get another Chinook ready with some spies that we can use in case we need them. And here we don't want it to group. Maybe they have we have another troop transport here. Let's load some troops in there too. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's probably enough for now. And once they're fully loaded, we go over to the enemy and land them on the coast. If everything goes well. Yes, I don't want them to be in a group, but whatever. Yeah, Yeah, I think you have to deselect the squad button, otherwise they form a squad again. But anyhow, we have them selected, and maybe it's time to land over there.
Yes, sir.
Maybe send a few nukes over, just in case. We'll make sure this area is safe. Because our ships are coming.
Yes, sir. Battleship Battle. Yes, sir. On my way. On my way. Affirmative.
Let's get this guy to repair. Oh, this guy too.
Affirmative.
Under attack.
Let's see, I think some of our nukes impacted.
Done.
And then over here, I think the harbor is gone. So we can find another target
Done.
if we find a good one. Oh no, I think this guy got detected. Yeah, I think the commander unit has a special radar detection too. But they don't know about our other spy. Maybe we can send in our bombers again. And moving out of harm's way. And now our troop transport's gonna unload the tanks. And we have a big army on the ground. Let's hope. I think they're still unloading.
Engaging.
And those we move back. So now that we landed on the beach, we can maybe we can load
On my way.
more from here. Although this area in the south isn't that safe. We don't have any ships there.
Engaging.
So we can load those tanks into some of the
On it.
through transports. How many? 28 troops we have ready.
Right away.
So how do we best go about it? I mean, maybe just attack and hope for the best. Yeah, I think down there it's maybe it's send another nuke. To maybe destroy the harbor over there. Let the battleship let it go to repair.
Battleship Battle Group. Yes, sir. On my way. Course set. Affirmative.
Yeah, let's move our troops a little bit out.
Yes, sir. Battleship Battle Group. Yes, sir. Battleship Battle Group. Yes, sir. Carrier Strike Group.
And
yes,
our
sir.
aircraft carriers too.
Yes, sir.
I think they have some planes missing, but I think let's not worry about it now. And yeah, I think our nuke was a success there too. We destroyed some stuff. Let's repair those submarines.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. On my way.
So we got an enemy missile. Oh no.
Right away.
Oh, we got attacked by airships. Doesn't look like it was going too well. No.
Right away.
Yeah, that didn't go too well, it seems.
On it.
But let's load some more troops and ferry them over. Also we can, oh no, I think some of our guys are gone. Maybe another nuke. Now let's unload a few more. Oh, this guy goes to repair. This guy too.
Banshee battle. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Also maybe we should build a few more, what do you call it, destroyers. I think we only have a few. They're good against submarines. I mean, we can also use submarines against submarines, but I think that's not maybe the best option.
On my way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I guess I could just select the ships by hand, but let's do it one by one.
Under attack.
Yeah, I think we're kinda invading, but we are losing a lot of troops, I think.
On my way.
Also, we need more. So I guess we got some more guys ready to attack.
Right away. Engaging.
Let's move them back to the
Yes,
beach
sir.
too, so we can load a few more. Yeah, I guess the stream is gonna be over once we won, but I think it's not, it doesn't look that easy yet. That easy. So we can use our orbital laser. Once we destroy the commander unit, the enemy is gonna fight a lot weaker. I mean, I guess the commander is still alive. We destroyed the commander robot, but the commander is still there. Maybe. No, we don't. We don't have. We can't attack. Let's see. Let's use a nuke. Maybe let's use a nuke. Destroy the defenses here a little bit. The turrets. We have a few turrets, enemy turrets. Those are hologram tanks, it looks like. They don't shoot actual bullets, but they look like real tanks unless they're damaged. They auto repair. I mean, obviously they can't do any damage, but they distract the enemy. So instead of shooting at real troops, you shoot at hologram tanks, which is not a good thing, because while you get attacked by real troops, you're wasting your bullets on fake troops. I mean, we're not really getting attacked by any other tanks, which is fine. Oh no, I think our nuke got shot down, no? Yeah, looks like the nuke didn't make it. Also, we set the rally point for the tanks over there. load a few more into the
Engaging.
transports.
Yes, sir. On my way. Affirmative. On my way. Affirmative.
Did we say we have no more? We have 2 more stealth bombers. We can maybe use them now. And then we warn Tony that we sent some stealth bombers there. Yes, but I think we are making some progress. Here we have 67%, the enemy has 37%. So I think it's just a matter of time now. And we have to make sure our troops are not being obliterated while with our own bombers. So let's move them a little bit to the back. Actually, the danger is still not gone. But I think the problem is there's not much to do here anyway. Actually, we can just readjust where they're going. Alright, I think we destroyed some missile defenses, which means we can send nukes.
Engaging.
I wonder, did Tony clear up the area up there? As for the release date, yes, for now there's a demo. I mean, the full release is going to be sometimes next year. That's the plan. So it's going to be out on Steam, obviously, the PC, Mac, Linux. But to get the game ready for release, we have to get the campaign going a little bit more. Right now we're still working on it. Also, have to do some programming to get the campaign interesting and fun. Not just some missions where you fight and then to the next mission. I mean, it's going to be a kind of story you have to follow. And yeah, that's going to take a little bit more time. I mean, Tony's working on the art, working on the system to integrate it. And yeah, it plays in the future. I think I mentioned it before, about the year 4000. So we don't have the traditional nations in the game anymore. Let's just move over there and destroy all of them. And load some more of the transports with our tanks. So we can send some more tanks over there. I mean, that's a goal. And then we should probably build a few more. I think we're gonna need a lot more to get the thing going. What about our ships? Yeah, I think we built a few destroyers. Let's move them over here too.
Course set.
Now that we are loaded up, let's land and
Affirmative.
unload. So we have a squad of 20 tanks over here. And maybe we can help out a little bit with the our orbital laser. Oh, so we can send our bombers back again. Where are they? Down here. Maybe we can put them in a squad too. So we don't need to search them. So yeah, I think there's some stuff over there. I'm not sure. So maybe those two Chinooks, at least enemy Chinooks. Let's destroy them.
Got it.
Oh, let's
Got
move, destroy the other commander.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, why I'm not moving?
Got it.
Yeah, I think something not good with the connection. Now I think it's working. Yeah, I have a little bit slow internet connection because I'm streaming at the same time and I'm not in the area.
Got it.
No, I think they're still not moving.
Engaging.
Maybe there's something wrong in the...
Engaging.
I think I selected troops that don't belong into the squad. That's why it didn't work. I have a lot of troops.
Engaging.
I have a squad of 43. But we can load in more and fire them over to the island.
On my way.
Let's expand our influence. So, but the victory condition is concerned. I mean, once you reach 100%, you're gonna win. So we had 79%. But I think the rest, I mean, you don't need to destroy every single unit. There's different game modes where you have to destroy every single enemy unit. But this isn't it. I mean, that way, if you're powerful enough, you consider the winner of the game. That's the supremacy mode. I mean, there's also going to be capture the flag. There's also going to be battle royale. There's also escort missions. There are lots of different types of missions. I think most maybe make more sense for the campaign. But yeah, I mean, it's more than just fighting for destruction. It's also fighting to...
Engaging.
what do you call it? To eliminate the... it's also fighting for control. Anyhow, my squad is not... Something isn't right with my squad. I think I selected troops from another island in the squad. So obviously the squad is not gonna move because the troops are in different zones. Maybe let me fix that. Let me write it down. So yeah, I should fix that. That only troops from the same zone are gonna work. Let me remove that guy from the squad. Does that work? Forgot. I think it's the alternate key. I think can I just select one? Oh yes. So I select one guy and then I just remove them. And maybe I want to check what's over there. I think Tony did finished it up there already, but I'm not
Under
sure.
attack.
On it. Right away.
And then we have the other troops. I think that were the other troops in the squad that are combined with the troops here. That's why nothing happened. Then we also still got our, actually, we still got our bombers, which we can still use. Maybe let's see. And Tony's bringing in some more reinforcements too.
On it.
Yeah, I think we've done over there. Over here
Engaging.
too. Then we can use our orbital laser again. And that's the geothermal plant that provides the power. I think it probably makes sense to cut power so the turrets would stop working. And then we might send a nuke to...
Launch.
makes things easy. I'm not sure if we have any defenses, missile defenses. Otherwise, not much is gonna happen.
Engaging.
And when you move troops into, for example, heavy transports, all the neighboring transports gonna be filled with troops too, so you don't have to do one by one. Also, when you move to the coast, they unload automatically, unless I think you can press the alternate key. So they just move to the coast. But I think in most cases, you probably just want them to move to the coast and then unload on their own.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's move in. And yes, I think it's going pretty well. Rebuilding troops. I think once we're in the heart of the enemy area, we want to destroy the commander. Because once the commander is gone, the enemy is going to be a lot weaker. And I think we did it. So I think we killed both enemy commanders. So from now on, the enemy is going to fight a lot less than before.
Right away.
And we also want to destroy the refinery where they get the income. And I think we're probably going to be done soon when that happens. We don't have any uranium. Let's waste it all. So our 4 nukes should come down there. Yeah, I think it takes a while to get the attack rolling, but once you do, it's just a matter of cleaning up. I think we are past the point where we have to worry about losing. It just now matter to destroy enough buildings to get enough victory points. So yeah, now we see the nukes coming in. Oops. Oops, Tony is not gonna be happy about that. I think but I think we did it. I think we reached 100% pretty quickly. So that was a long game. I mean, the 2-hour stream is gonna be over soon. We can see the score. So it's Tony against me. We are the victors against the AI. So here you see how it went. Team Bravo is the enemy AI, and Team Alpha, that's us. So I think it took a while for us to get better than the AI, but they start off with more assets. Then see how many kills, losses. Tony has a lot more kills, but I have less losses. Yeah, the enemy is not looking that great. Then you can see structures raised. Tony has we raised about the same. And then the orange AI player raised a lot too, it seems. Did we lose that many structures? But he lost a lot too. Then income statistic, how much mining we did, uranium and matter. I mean, the AI didn't get a lot of uranium, that's why they kinda couldn't send a lot of nukes, which was a disadvantage for them, I would think. So anyhow, that's about it for the stream. Not that many questions in the stream, but thanks for watching, and I hope you try the game. It's available via Steam. It's a demo. Go to the website and you can play single player, multiplayer, but it's very limited at the moment just because it's not finished yet. Anyhow, thank you for watching.